everyone! Chapter 7, Oblique Triangle Trig. This is Miss Osier.
I'm a fucker.
Here we go.
Ambiguous case. I love saying that word. Ambiguous.
Ambiguous case.
All right. So, side-side angle has its issues.
Sure does. Whether it's forwards or backwards, it's got issues. In this case, we got jokes all day.
Yep.
In this case, we are given two sides and an angle. Opposite one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Our jokes are funny. We know that they are.
Mm-hmm.
There's two people in a room acting like we're not funny, and we're very funny.
Mm-hmm.
This is called the ambiguous case. That is because it may yield no solution, one solution, or two solutions, depending on the given information. Well, how is that possible, you ask?
Well, look at this pretty little diagram. So, with the information you're given, again, you're only given two sides and an angle.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they might not create a triangle at all. You see it? Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Error
Doesn't fit.
message. Error. Okay? One solution means that it'll make one pretty triangle. You test your angle in quad 2, it'll be over 180, yada, yada, yada. We'll get into that more.
We'll be good.
Okay? Sometimes it'll work for both quadrant 1 and quadrant 2, and it'll still give you enough space to have not one, but two triangles.
Because sometimes those two numbers that work can add up in the triangle to be
Yes.
180.
Okay.
We'll talk about this a little bit more.
So the first thing is we're going to decide whether the given information yields one triangle, no triangle, or two triangles. So basically what you do is you set up law of sines with the given information.
And we just want to remind you this will only happen with law of sines.
Yes.
Throwing that out there.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so they've given me side A, they've given me angle A, they've given me side B, but they haven't given me angle B. So what we're going to do is go after what angle B would be.
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply,
Divide.
divide.
Perform inverse operation. Bing, 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 bing. This is where you have to focus.
Okay.
Okay?
So
This was a positive number.
Mhm.
Positive value. So remember, sine is positive in both the first and the second quadrant.
okay.
So we technically get two answers here.
Well, hold on. Oh,
Well,
wait.
you have to test them. Sorry. We gave you the answer to it.
Yes. So the fact that we got one answer of 35.4, that means we have one triangle. Now we have to
One.
see if we could have also another triangle. So remember, this would be your reference angle, 35.4. If sine is positive, also in quadrant 2, we have to go after that quadrant 2 angle.
So we do 180 minus 35.4.
Which I think I have on the next thing.
Oh, is it there? Boom. Okay.
There it is.
Bam.
So it gives me 140.6. But if I added that angle with the 40, I'm way over 180. So there's no way I could get two triangles.
If right now you're saying, why are we talking about 180? Remember, we're in a triangle, people. All three angles add up to 180. If you just had an aha moment, you're welcome. So we already have 40. That definitely wouldn't fit. So only one angle would possibly work. So only one triangle exists.
Yep. Only one triangle. All right. Let's do
Do it
another
again.
example. All right. Set up your law of sines again.
Boop, 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 boop. That's me setting up my ratio.
And then cross multiplying.
Ooh, I like it. Divide, bam,
Ooh.
and perform the inverse operation.
Then.
There's an error, people, because you can't have a sign more than one.
No. Sines only goes from -1 to +1.
Exactly.
So if you have an error, there's no triangles whatsoever
That's
that
an
can
easy
happen.
one. That's an easy one.
All right. Process of elimination. You probably know what's going to happen. But just in
The
case,
suspense is killing me.
we're going to set it up. So set up your law of sines. Same situation. Boop. And then cross multiply. And then divide. And then, all right.
Perform the inverse operation.
Perform the inverse operation. 72.5. Okay. So that means we've got one triangle.
We got
possibility.
one.
Let's go after to see if what two could happen. So if we did 180 minus the 72.
This should say 2.
Yep. Whoopsie.
That should be a number 2.
Just ignore that whole line.
The suspense was killing you. That should be a 2. Okay. We got 72.5.
Yep. So if we did 180 minus 72.5, I'm left with 107.5. And if I add that to 55, I'm still underneath 180, so I could get a third angle in there.
Yeah, you could.
So that means I not only have one triangle that works,
With this
but
angle.
I'll have two triangles that work.
With that angle.
So two triangles, which, oh, there it is.
Boom. See, it is 2. We were just kidding right there. It is 2.
So the first part of the work will be you deciding whether there's 1, 0, none.
Mm-hmm.
Second part will be what happens if you have two triangles. You've got to solve for both of those triangles.
Sure do.
So your paper has two different triangles. So remember, put a line down the middle. We're going to solve for the first one.
Okay, so solving for the first one. Boom, 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 boom.
Law of sines.
Cross multiply, divide, perform the inverse. 43.
Okay.
180 minus 43.
Ooh, I did a little chart.
Look at this. Okay, so right now we know that we have this triangle with these sides and these angles. We can get that third angle with no problem. Okay, but because this angle also works, again, 180 minus 43 is I don't know where that is. I got confused. 180 minus 43.
Oh, and the 27.6, the other
There we
angle.
go. Okay. We're under 180, so we're good to go.
That was us just finding the third angle.
Okay, that's the third angle. There it is. I'm like, what?
So now we're going after the other side. So again, you would set up law of sines using the angle measurements. We're going after side B.
Boom, boom, boom,
Law
boom,
of
boom.
sine, boom, boom. There you go.
Okay.
Filled in the first triangle.
So that's all the first triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now again, we could have another angle here. And that's where the second triangle comes into play. So when we did that, we got 43. 180 minus 43 is 137. 137 and 27.6 are less than 180. So there is the second triangle.
Right. So then hopefully, oh, there I go.
Boom.
Finding the third angle would just be, you know, subtracting from 180 of all those two, and you got your angle. Now you go after your other side using law of sines and the correct angles. And then you put it there, and then you solve both those triangles.
Because there are two possible triangles.
Yep.
I'm showing them two to the microphone right now.
Yep, that's helping.
You're welcome.
We're going to do some examples with you. If you're a little confused, don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Have a fantastic day. We will see you in class.